Teaching backwards differs from our previous book, Engaging Learners, in that there's a clear thinking process that we take teachers through. At each stage, we're asking teachers to stop and reflect on their own practice and identify any assumptions they make or any lack of clarity that exists in their classrooms. The first step, almost like the foundations upon which teachers teach backwards, is the notion of high expectations. Some teachers we work with say they've got high expectations, but the reality is in their classroom, either they haven't compared to a teacher down the corridor, or B, their students don't share and don't own those same high expectations. Once teachers got established those high expectations, it's about then establishing the starting points of learners, both at the start of September when you take on a new class, but also at the start of the topic and module. One teacher put it very simply. He said, students have simply got to leave your lesson cleverer than when they came in, but you've got to know where students are starting from to actually measure that impact. Once we've established the starting points, the next chapter in the book then takes the teacher to think about defining and demystifying the destination. What is the notion of that beautiful piece of work or A-star answer? What are the ingredients? What are the thinking steps that students will need to follow to replicate that? Because ultimately, our students will go into an examination hall, and at that point, we can't help them. So we've got to demystify the destination so they can take themselves on that journey. Having defined the destination we're looking for, the next stage is for the teacher to consider what will be the proof, what will be the things that students can do or say that proves they've reached that destination. And by considering that, teachers can then think about formulating the questions that they're going to be asking and also the activities they're going to use in their lessons to generate that proof. The final two chapters in the book are our two pillars of learning: challenge that engages learners, challenge that promotes the sense of generating the proof that learners have achieved that destination, and feedback. Because ordinarily, a challenge students are given, they won't be able to achieve first time, so they're going to need guidance from their teacher, guidance from their peers to help them close that gap. And we feel this book will be really, really helpful for lots of teachers, whether those out there who are black belts and leaders in their field, to unpick what they do that they do so well to help coach and develop other teachers, but also individual teachers themselves. Teaching, we know, is a busy profession. There's very little time to stop and reflect, and we're really hoping that we've provided the teachers who read this book with theory in a nutshell and lots of practical, tried and tested ways in which they can implement the strategies and tools with their classes.